Hey everyone, RemanX here, and we're going to talk about something that's probably near and dear to a lot of you guys. And despite what you've heard, arena metas are dead. And they've been dead for a while, but it's kind of been Black Order, and it's still going to be a lot of Black Order. Let me explain. So, ushering the end of Black Order is not Doom, it's not Silver Surfer. However, Black Order has been solved since symbiotes and Doc Ock combinations were found, since we saw my most recent video showcasing Axemen taking them on. And a lot of people here are, you have some different defenses. So what's kind of cool is we're in the Wild West. No, I didn't. I'm not that old. I don't remember the Wild West. I'm sure I'll hear about that in the comments. That being said, there's literally a bunch of different teams, so you can throw up a bunch of different combinations. Once you start seeing Doom on there, no two Doom defenses are the same, because largely there isn't a cookie cutter version of a defense that wins all the time. And the idea is, even if you have the solution, well, probably not everybody in your shard does. And this is one of the things that actually made Arena fun back in the old days. Another old joke. Come on, stop it. The old days of MSF, when you literally could put teams on defense and it was impossible to solve. So you guys will take a look at some of the tries I've had. I've gone really, really deep into the bloat on my roster again. I brought up a lot of characters to G15. I'm bringing up some more. Dad Bros have been attempted and failed. Cable, attempted and failed, and largely it's because there's just too many different options, too many different 5 pieces of the puzzle that you can combine to create Zoltron. I mean, an arena defense that you can create an amazing defense that literally can be overcome if somebody has the right other pieces of the puzzle. But if we go through the arena shard and the arena defenses look different than this, because this isn't fun. Cookie cutter placement may be a little bit different, but this literally isn't fun. Now that we're starting to see Doom trickle in, everybody has a different version of what they think Doom is best. And I'll tell you right now, experiment, have fun. Think about it. We're in this magic place where, hey, what happens if this person taunts first? What happens if this does that? And largely, you're going to want to think about that most people can still beat your Doom Surfer team with Black Order. But with the addition of more characters coming out, I think they can probably make a shift, as long as it isn't a cookie cutter. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay that there's no perfect defense anymore. I'm okay. I don't have to spend as much on arena defenses if I know that all I have to do is just be active in arena to progress. And the idea that you can build, I don't know, an arena defense around a character available in a strike pass, available at the end of Dark Dimension 4. I know we give Doom a lot of crap because he wasn't the, drop him into your defense and win forever solution that he may have been advertised at. It wasn't really advertised. It was how we interpret it. But at the end of the day, this is what we're seeing, is that Black Order is largely being outclassed. So whether it's the 5 to 8 seconds that you can do on an offensive team that you can put together, or whether it's, having a varying defense where your opponent has to solve that problem, we're going to talk about what arena metas will look like, how to be better in your shard, and one of the keys to winning in arena all the time. And the first thing is, well, be active during your payout. And so every arena is a little bit different depending on when you started. Mine is 5 p.m. Eastern. So what that means is that, and it changes based on daylight savings time. That's a little wonky. But that means that I have to be active around 4:30, move up and be active at 5 for that last minute switch. And more importantly, if you really want to give your opponent a challenge once you get Doom, you just switch your defense up a couple of times. Yeah, I'm serious. It works. And by the way, if you find that you've been, people were targeting you with things like slingshots or whatever, you vary that defense up in the last few minutes, and they'll have a harder time doing it. So it'll make sure your targeting is there. So switch up your defense. So maybe you have 3 different defenses that you rotate at the end of the day so that your opponents will get the same look. So if maybe they practice beating your defense and are ready to go for you right at the last minute at payout, and bam, you got a different defense. They don't know how to beat it right away. They failed the first time, and you hold your position for a day. But largely a competitive environment like that is something that this game wants and drastically needs. And unfortunately, we were not just getting it from Black Order, because Black Order versus Black Order, the mirror matches are largely boring. Piloted teams typically beat and can punch up against a non-piloted team. AI just isn't that smart, and that's the big difference. So there's literally there's literally a couple of mechanics we're going to talk about. And if you guys aren't sure about this, we're going to teach you how to challenge Doom teams, and we're going to teach you about what's happening if you're facing them. So first things first, the Doom Fantastic Four combo really doesn't do much. Mostly you're going to speed a character towards death. Invisible Woman can help change some of the impact, so she isn't a waste of a G15 if you used her in Dark Dimension 4 for the Legendary. I just don't think that she is a staple of an arena defense. She's a little bit too slow, and what happens is you can target her with bleeds, and by the time she goes, Thanos already has her killed. That being said, Black Order has 2 of the pieces that stop Doctor Doom: slow and rewind. You have the turn rewind from 3 actually. You have the turn rewind from Proxima and from Maw. You've got a number of slows, and more importantly, you also have the life drain, the percent life steal that lets you drain through that threshold if you get them near 50%. And that's something that has been happening for a while. It's a bug that's now considered a feature that was introduced shortly after Minerva hit the game. We were able to bypass characters like Black Panther's charge status and the like because we were able to drain through it. And it's become something that we now use in the Doom raid. So I think we're beyond the point of them fixing that. That being said, it is very, very easy to beat Doom on his own. So he needs a protector. And it doesn't have to be a standard protector. I've seen defense metas that include things like the Dad Bros. So my recommendation is things like Bishop and Jubilee. The initial taunt from Bishop prevents them from easily getting damage up on Doom, and being able to burst them down is not an option. You have to control them before they control you. Obviously, Jubilee is another hero controller, so that barrier and immunity can become a problem. That being said, you also have Silver Surfer. And I will say this, the larger he's getting, the scarier he's becoming. He's more of a threat as he gets higher stars and higher red stars, and I don't think he's going to be an easy solution. I think once you see a 7-star, 6 red star Silver Surfer in your arena, you're going to see things like Black Bolt becoming relevant again. So we're going to be back to the Black Bolt arena meta, or some version of it, because Black Bolt, Doom, and Silver Surfer will synergize amazingly well together. So we'll have to see. It's definitely shaping up, but again, I'm okay with no defensive holding. I sound like a football referee. I'm okay with no defense holding in Marvel Strike Force. I'm okay with it being that you have to challenge your understanding of the game to be able to overcome your opponent. Arena has a lot of other issues, and I know that the development team is aware of them and working on solutions that have been attempted to be fixed recently. But again, we're still far behind where the arena needs to be a real competitive mode. And that's something that I hope we get back to, because it was really fun being able to look at my opponent and be like, oh, he has Crossbones. Oh, he has Spider-Man. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm throwing it back old school. Oh, he has Kingpin. That's going to be the big difference. So there's going to be a lot of fun here. Believe it or not, there's just a little bit of, we don't know that a shield security won't become meta, because if you can drop a character below 50% and then he gets a reflexive taunt, there's all these really cool abilities. The problem with him having that ability is you know, Maul's just going to drain through him and Doom at the same time and prevent that from happening. But there's definitely some interesting combinations out there as characters get new powers and abilities as they see more team completion. But I really think that once Surfer comes into his own and is available at 7 stars, I think he's going to be challenging the arena. We'll just have to see how long that is. X Factor may have some options once Polaris comes to the game. Polaris is going to do some really cool things in the early turns that are going to create wombo combo opportunities for your offense and defense. So again, it's not a surprise that we're still waiting to see what her release method will be. Remember, I do things that you don't have to, and I've tested, probably 40 or 50 different combinations of arena defenses and found none that I think is absolutely unbeatable, but I have found some that I think are on the realm. We'll probably build a list coming up the road. It'll show you guys my hierarchy of it so you can kind of rotate them in, make one of the harder teams your arena defense in the last 5 minutes, and see if that helps you. But we'll be building that on stream relatively soon. Check you guys me on Twitch. Make sure you guys hang out, and we'll go over that soon. All right, guys. Thanks again.